Let me ask you a question. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a noise? Well, I don't know, but here's a better question. If you've spent years researching your family history but don't share it with your family, have you done all your research steps? Here are 7 ways that you can share with your family and friends the information you've been accumulating in interesting ways. Number 1, self-publishing. You've accumulated lots of documents, stories, and photos. To pull all your research together, consider writing your family history. Use your source documents and photos to enhance your narrative. There are a number of ways to self-publish. They run the gamut from just Xeroxing your pages and photos to working with a publishing house. Some of the decisions to consider are appearance of the end product, the cost to produce each copy, the quality of the copying or printing, and how difficult it might be to make your work publication ready. Some of the better-known self-publishers are Lulu.com, Kindle Direct Publishing, and Ex Libris. Do a Google search for self-publishing companies and compare benefits, services, costs, and reviews. Number 2, photo books. If you're not big into writing a narrative history, consider using your documents and photos from your research to create a photo book. Everyone likes to look at old family photos. You can supplement your material with short captions so the reader will understand who or what they are looking at and why a document might be important. Some of the more popular photo book companies are Shutterfly, Snapfish, and Mixbook, though there are a lot of others. Number 3, personal websites and blogs. Although this one may take a little more learning time and technical experience, maybe creating your own personal website or blog is the best way to share your work. There's tremendous flexibility when you create your own site. Of course, when you present anything using the internet, you'll want to consider the issue of privatizing your information and how to control access. Some of the more popular website builders are Wix, Duda, and GoDaddy. And some of the currently popular blog platforms are WordPress.org and Blogger. Number 4, online genealogical websites. If you don't want to build your own website, you can upload your information to an existing online website. Most of these sites offer different levels of privatization, and you can limit the people who get to see your material by inviting only your relatives and friends. Privatization works both ways. You might consider keeping your information private to safeguard personal information. However, by making some of your data public, you might end up finding an unknown relative who finds your site when they do a search. A good compromise might be to keep all living relative information private and make older generations public. Many family tree building software packages offer a privatization option. The best known online sites include Ancestry, Family Search, Genie, JewishGen, and MyHeritage. Number 5, Facebook. The traditional method for interviewing relatives is to talk with your oldest relatives, and they can hopefully fill you in on the past generations and work down the tree through their children and grandchildren. However, consider another approach. You might be surprised to find out that many members of the younger generations on your tree are more interested in their family history than their parents and grandparents. Facebook can be a great way to make connections with these younger family members and work from the most current generations up the generations of your tree. Create a Facebook group for your family members. Invite your relatives to join and share files, stories, photos, and other postings. Another successful way to use Facebook could be to get together with other researchers from your ancestral town and create a group for the town. You might be surprised how word will spread and how many people may ask to become members of your group, each one sharing their own stories and photos to the benefit of everyone. Number 6, personalized newsletters. If you don't want to tackle your entire family history, what about a specific branch or time period or an event? You can easily create a newsletter by using a Word template to create a newsletter that makes liberal use of photos and stories. Think of an event in the past and create an anniversary newsletter. Maybe it's the 100th anniversary of a relative's arrival in the U.S., or the 100th anniversary of a relative's participation in World War I. With a little creativity, you can come up with a nice round anniversary date for just about anything. Making your newsletters rich with photos and documents may keep the attention of your intended readers more than pages of a narrative. Distribution of newsletters can easily be done through email. Number 7, family reunions. The first 6 suggestions make use of methods to make information available to relatives by sending physical books, emails, or creating a presence on the internet. But there's a more personal way, the family reunion. Many families have regular reunions or cousins clubs where family news can be shared in person. Although planning and organizing a reunion takes more time and effort, it's an option you might want to consider. Maybe team up with a couple of cousins to help share the workload. There are lots of online sites that will help you plan and organize a reunion. Reunions can be a lot of work, but they can be very rewarding. Communicating the results of your research to family members should be an important step in your overall research plan. Staying in touch with relatives will not only keep them engaged, but it's always possible that someone reading a story or seeing an old photo may generate new information or additional photos and documents that you didn't know about. You've spent considerable time and effort researching your family. Share what you know with others, and your work will live on forever. This has been another helpful video from the Jewish Genealogy Society of Long Island. Please visit our website at www.jgsli.org for more information on our monthly speakers, beginners workshop, and other projects and resources. And visit our Facebook page where you can take part in conversations with experienced researchers. Whether you're on Long Island or an out-of-towner, we'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your research.